We're going to recap this week's lesson at school. We're looking at Count on Me by Bruno Mars, and your end result that we're working towards should sound like this. Now what makes this a really cool song for a beginner is it starts you with the basic chords like C, E minor, A minor, G, and F for fun. Okay, but we're going to take it step by step. We're going to start first of all with the chord shapes, and then we're going to go later to the strumming pattern. And let's see how we go with our first chord. First up, we have the chord C, which has finger 1 on the second string from the bottom. String 1, string 2, finger 1. You'll notice my fingers are numbered. You don't have to number yours just to help. The middle finger is finger number 2. It goes on the 4th string, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the ring finger number 3 goes onto the 5th string on the 3rd fret. So this is the C chord. Just showing a different bit of an angle there so you can see how the fingers are placed. And we strum it from the 5th string down, so it should sound something like this. That's your C chord. Next up, we're going to have E minor. Now what's very important before I show you this is the finger movement from C to E minor. Watch my middle finger, watch finger number 2. There's E minor. Take my hand away. C again that we just learned. And E minor. You'll notice that finger number 2, your middle finger hasn't moved. All that's really happened is your first finger has moved from the 2nd string to the 5th string in the 2nd fret. This is E minor. And for this song, you're also going to strum from the 5th string down. Now, normally for E minor, we play all 6 strings, but for this song, there's an exception. We play 5. We'll get more into bass notes and inversions and all the theory later. But right now, for Count on Me, E minor from the 5th string down. Next up, A minor, finger 1, back to the 2nd string in the, 2nd string in the 1st fret. Middle finger goes to the 4th string from the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2nd fret, and the ring finger number 3 goes underneath it, 3rd string, 2nd fret. A minor, and again from the 5th string. Now I just want to quickly interject and just switch to my picking hand for a quick second here. We're talking about the 5th string, counting again from the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you play C, I've got C being played on the other side, you can't see it now, but it's from the 5th string, so you're playing from there. So it's E minor, also from the 5th, and then A minor from the 5th as well. Now the reason why I wanted to just quickly focus on this hand is because I'm using a pick. If you're using a pick for the first time, balance it on your first finger like that, and then hold it in place with your thumb. So this is your basic shape. That's bad because too much is sticking out. This is good, you've got much more control. There's no chance of the pick hooking the strings. And be careful, please do not get your middle finger to help. Just the 2 fingers. We're going to leave this finger open later for other techniques for another day. Now, when you get to the G, which I'm going to show you that side shortly, you're going to play from the 6th string and the F from the 4th string. But let's first have a look at those chord shapes before we go further. The G chord is going to start with finger number 1 on the 5th string, 2nd fret. Finger 2, your middle finger, goes to the 3rd fret on the 6th string. Ring finger goes to 3rd fret on the 1st string. And like we just mentioned with the picking earlier, you're going from the 6th string down. Now, some of you that have been playing for maybe a few months might have learned G like this, where you actually got fingers 3 and 4 at the bottom instead of just 3 at the bottom. That's also acceptable. I don't mind which one you go for. And lastly, F for favorite. Now this is normally quite a sneaky chord because you have to sort of pull your hand back. You have to do this sort of action with your finger. You can see my finger 1 is trying to pull back there, while fingers 2 and 3 come forward. So this might look a bit sort of weird, but there's an action that I'm trying to demonstrate here. And what's going to happen is your first finger goes flat on the bottom 2 strings in the 1st fret. So your finger number 1 nice and flat. Finger number 2 is going to go to the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and ring finger goes to the 4th string, 3rd fret, and this is F. Please do not strum those 2 strings. If you strum those 2, the chord will sound terrible. Okay, so it's from the 4th. Now you heard a bit of a buzz there. That's probably going to happen the first few times because your first finger doesn't like going flat. There it's flat, and that's what your finger probably wants to do because it's used to doing this for C. So when you go to F, the finger has to learn to flatten out. Sort of quite a sneaky little technique there, but stick with it, it will happen. Now we're going to focus next on the rhythm for the song, because once you got the chords, which is done, and the rhythm, you're sort of home dry and on your way to your first song. As we said, we're using a pick. For those that want to use fingers, try use the back end of your finger like that, so you're striking it with the bottom end, well actually with a nail onto the string. But I would recommend and try and encourage you to rather use a pick for this. Now your rhythm, it's 4/4 counting, so you're going to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, or you can break it down as bass note, down, up, down. It's going to give you the same result, and the bass note is the lowest or thickest string we're allowed to play for that specific chord. So for the C, we are allowed to play from the 5th string. You're going to play it through twice, we'll demonstrate it later. E minor also from the 5th string. And as you said as well, for this song, 5th string, E minor normally 6th, but 5th for this song. A minor, 5th as well. G from the 6th, and you can see my pick is now going to the top string. You can see the string moving. And then we get nice accuracy exercises inside here because you want the 4th string that I'm busy pushing on now for the F. Now, slow motion again, I want you to try and play with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Or slow motion. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's twice through, and then you change to your next chord. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And as you pick up speed, the song will start developing by itself. So technically speaking, your exercises are, first of all, learn the chords. We've done that. Secondly, get the rhythm going. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And you'll also notice that whenever we strum down, it's on a number like the 1 or the 2. But when we strum up on the ands are your offbeats, and offbeats we're going to have as upbeats. So when we say and, we strum up, so it sort of gets your hand into this movement. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And what I'm trying to demonstrate here is that my hand has got a rhythm as I count. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Sorry, I got a bit caught up there with the counting, but you got the idea for that there. And as you pick up the speed, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now on the structure, you'll notice that on the right hand side of the PDF file for Count On Me, it says, note this song is made from 2 basic chord sequences. Part 1 that says C, C, E minor with a B, E minor with a B. Ignore that /B, pretend it's not there for now. I'll explain it in the lesson when we see you again. Then 1 A minor, 1 G, and 2 Fs. Now all that means is you play C twice, E minor twice, A minor once, G once, F twice. Now let me just sort of zoom out here. And now we can see both strumming hand and your chord hand. And I'm going to take it through once slow motion. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4 so you can play along with me if you feel comfortable. Let's go. Got your C in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 A minor, 1 G, and that's basically part 1. Now part 2 has got a new chord. It's got a D minor, which I'm going to focus in on now. D minor starts with finger 1, fret 1, string 1. Finger 2 goes to the 2nd fret, 3rd string from the bottom, 1, 2, 3, And ring finger, string number 2, 3rd fret, and we strum from the 4th string down. This is your D minor for part 2. There's 2 of them, 2 A minors which we've done, back to 2 D minors, and then on G it says stop. So you're going to strum G and let it ring. So this is what's going to happen if you play through this part now. Part B, D minors in place, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 and 3 and 4, and then you're on to your next line where he sings, you can count on me, like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there, and you so on with your song. So it's a really cool song. It's a nice up-tempo song, but most important, it teaches us a really cool rhythm, bass, down, up, down, and it takes us through some of the basic chords. If you got any questions, please don't hesitate to drop me a WhatsApp. I'll be more than happy to help you. So send the questions. Otherwise, have an awesome week, and we'll see you shortly for your next class. Have a good one. Cheers.